All right, here is a recap of the stuff that we learned the last few days regarding the scientific method. This is a mock STEM fair that was created to help students get a better understanding of the scientific method. So the first slide is about the scientific method. It is a video done by Free School. The students are supposed to take notes here, and I will show you what they look like in our notebook. So here's our notebook. The first page we have is our table of contents where we have the information written down, scientific method, STEM fair timeline, and the mock STEM fair, and that's what we've been working on this week. This is where they are putting their video notes for the scientific method. They already got this sticker. They're supposed to take video notes, and every day they should be writing their essential question within their notebook. This was our vocabulary focus for that day. The next thing we have to do is we have to identify a problem. So I identified that I love soda, but the bubbles, they do not love me. They actually hurt my tummy. So I want to get a better understanding of the carbonation within the can, and I really don't like flat soda. We have to go through research. So before we can actually begin, we must also help build our background knowledge to make informed decisions. There is a sample of a journal page. Let me show you what information we had here. So we wrote our information. Every day must be dated. You see how we have a date. We've got title. This was Monday memo. We were just talking about certain things. We put our homework in here. Our homework tonight was to get our STEM paper signed. Our Monday night homework was to get it graded on our timeline. And then here are the notes that we took about research. So research is we need web pages. There should be 2 to 3 sources. They need to take notes. It will help them build their background knowledge to make informed hypothesis. And research is investigating. It's the process skill of investigating. Next we have topic, which is also investigating. Which soda contains more CO2? So that's my question. Coke or sugar-free Coke product? Still investigating. And here we have formulating a testable and measurable topic. You see there's a journal entry there. The first part, this right here, is what should be written in the notebook. It is necessary to make sure that the investigation topic produces measurable data that can be compared, evaluated, and quantified. And here's what the students wrote in their notebook. Topic has to have measurable data. So that was in addition to that first part. And on the mock, it does say how we're going to do it and what we're measuring. That's still investigating. That was a recap of what we did on Monday. On Tuesday was our purpose. That second bullet is what should be in the student notebook. A purpose has to have a reason for an investigation, so a reason behind why you're doing this, and it's not because I have to. That's not a good reason. So I put that I love soda and I need to find out about the CO2 levels in order to not have tummy pains. The next thing is hypothesis. The process skill is predicting a hypothesis. A hypothesis, this first big part should be in their notebook. Make sure your hypothesis has a statement that includes reasoning due to research. So for my hypothesis, we stated that we felt the sugar-free would have more carbonation due to more more space in the can, because regular soda has more sodium and sugar, which should take up space. That's another video you can find on YouTube, how to formulate a hypothesis, which is a very good video to figure it out. The next thing we had was materials list. Pretty much all of that should be written in there. All materials need to be complete, need to be listed to complete the investigation to assure the project can be replicated. Be exact. Don't forget your log. It's a material you need in the scientific process. And I know my notes are hard to see, but it does state very specifically 5 12-ounce aluminum cans of Coca-Cola, etc. So it's very specific. That's the process skill of communicating, because you are communicating what is required in order to do the investigation to other scientists. That was a recap of day 2. Day 3, we worked on variables. When scientists design an experiment, they must think about what they're actually testing and conditions of testing. They are to be certain the question there are certain questions that all scientists must answer. Those 3 questions must be listed in their notebook. What am I measuring? what am I changing on purpose, and what am I keeping the same. That's the process skill of controlling variables. That little video is called Science Variables. It's a cute little song, and I did answer that for our project that we're doing in class. It is the weight of the can after opening is what I'm measuring. What am I changing is the type of soda, regular and sugar-free. And what am I keeping the same? You have to list out all the materials. You can't just put everything else. And here you can see our notes from that day. Oh, wait, that's purpose. Here we go. 823, you see how we have the essential question. We have the questions. We wrote controlling variables. And we did learn from our song that the thing we're changing is the manipulated variable. The things we're keeping the same are constant variables. And the one thing, we can only change one thing. So that's what we learned from that video song. And again, the kids can find all of these on YouTube. They were just clips from YouTube. The next thing we have is our step-by-step directions. Your step-by-step directions should list everything that's needed to do from the very basic so that the project can be replicated. It can be duplicated. And there's a very cute video. I know it looks crazy there, but that is the Darn It family, and they create videos. Basically, the kids write directions down for the dad to do something, and he follows them to a T, and it really puts into perspective how directions need to be done. That's a really funny video that I think you and your kids will get a lot of information from. I actually learned a lot about giving my children instructions, because when things don't get done right, I have to think, did I give them the instructions to do it correctly? And so here's what we took notes yesterday, step by step, every step. That is a communicating standard. First step, materials is always to be gathered. You need to list out all your materials here and be specific. And that is what we did yesterday. So today's video, the children will be able to tell you about. Thanks, everybody, for watching. If you want more recap videos on science, please put a note down in the comments. Hit a subscribe. Give me a like. Thanks, everybody.